Shalom, Israel. It's your boy New Breed coming through with another live stream. The power is in the hair. Yes, indeed, the power is in the hair. As you can see, I'm sitting here chilling in nature, vibing. It's important to do that time from time. I see y'all rolling in the chat pretty quick. What's good with y'all? The real Derek Jackson in the house. King Connect in the house. Yeah. We got Eric in the house. Mr. X-Ray, Shalom, what's up? Now, for those who have followed the channel for quite some time, y'all heard me speak on this topic a number of years ago. Y'all heard me speak about the spiritual relevance of growing hair, natural hair to be specific. Dreadlocks, a kinky fro, natural hair. And I'm talking about this particular video here can go for everyone because there's so many chemicals and things that's out there which every race to a degree has tainted the hair. Now some people are like, Breed, what in the world? What's so important about hair? What's so powerful about hair? Your hair is the antennas to your neurological system. All right? The antennas to your neurological system. Right? Now that means a lot. Now, this particular video here is not to shame brothers and sisters who don't have hair. You understand? People who are bald-headed, because, listen, however you choose to wear your hair, however you choose to, fashion yourself, that's up to you. This video is probably not for everybody. But I find it very important to talk about this topic in this day and age because if you go into a beauty supply store right now, you're going to see Polynesian, Indian, and every other type of hair plastered and posted on the wall for women to buy and purchase and to wear in their heads. Brazilian, you'll see all these hairs up there. And if you're looking at it from an economic standpoint, you like, wow, that's a lot of money going into this hair. Some of these women spend hundreds of dollars just to get their hair done and have it done for a couple months. So it must be some power involved in the hair. And we're going to talk about that. But I'm going to give my personal testimony of growing dreadlocks and why I understand the power of it. I want to talk about the reason I decided to grow these dreadlocks. Now, the power's in the hair. Since days of old, there's always been traditions in regards to growing hair. There's always been traditions that various cultures have practiced. I'm talking about the ancient Hebraic custom was to grow dreadlocks. Samson, he had 7 locks. The power was in his locks. So when brothers and sisters be arguing and debating about, okay, the Bible says that a man shouldn't have long hair. When it's talking about a man having long hair, it's actually speaking about a man having effeminate hairstyles. Like if you look at Snoop Dogg, or if you look at Cat Williams, how they got their hair all permed up and curled up and dolled up with hair rollers in it. That's what the Bible is talking about when it's speaking of long hair. And men shouldn't have feminine hairstyles. You understand? That's what the Bible speaks against. But since ancient culture, I don't care if it's ancient Egypt, or ancient Hebraic customs. Growing hair has spiritual relevance. And this is from the beginning, brothers and sisters. And then it sprawled onto our Benjamite brothers, also known as our Jamaican brothers. And speaking as an individual who spent some time in Jamaica, I can tell you now, the custom of growing dreadlocks is not a fashion statement, like a lot of people here in the States believe. It actually has a rich history. The tradition of growing hair in Jamaica was a sign of being a rebel. It was a sign of going against the persecution that they were facing by the hands of the conquerors. You understand? So it was a reason. And then you got the word dreadlock because people would dread seeing these warriors who had these locks. People would dread it. And you got to understand, these locks are like an antenna. I'm talking about so much so that when I get in a setting like this, around the trees, right? Around nature, I'm telling you, even if I was to lay in grass, which I've done several times, you can actually feel it in your locks. Yeah. This is why when you put a balloon on the back of your head, your hairs stand up because it's electricity. It's connected to the actual universe, brothers and sisters. It's connected to the earth. Your hair is nothing less than a weed that grows out of the earth. Your body is the earth. Your hair is literally the grass. And it connects you with all type of impulses. I'm telling you right now. It attaches you with all sorts of impulses. I mean, I'm going to speak as a brother who began this journey. When I first began, I took what you would call a Nazarite vow. That's an ancient Hebraic custom for those who are not familiar. I took a Nazarite vow where I grew my hair for a certain amount of time and I didn't touch strong drink or wine, which, of course, I broke the vow eventually, but I did go a certain amount of time where I didn't touch the wine of grapes. And usually, people who take the Nazarite vow will actually cut their locks after they took the vow, because it takes a certain level of discipline and it takes a certain level of patience to actually grow hair. And a lot of people don't have that. You know, a lot of people worry about what people think about them on an existential world. You know, people worried about what managers may think. People worried about what this person may think. And we've been taught in this society that we got to be clean cut. You know, we've been taught that that's masculine, to be clean cut. When in actuality, masculinity is really those who have these warrior locks. That's masculinity. But, you know, a lot of people don't keep that particular vow, and they end up cutting their hair after they take the vow. But pardon me. But instead, I decided to keep the dreads. And I could tell you, as my dreads grew, the longer they got and the longer they're getting, I can honestly say the bolder I get, the bolder my spirit gets. The longer I get, the stronger I get. There's no lie about that. The longer these locks get, the stronger I get. And it's like you feel a certain sense of freedom, patience. Y'all pardon the background noise. I apologize. If y'all gaining edification though, y'all make sure y'all hit the thumbs up, because we got a lot to talk about when it comes to this hair, when it comes to the locks. When you think of Samson and Delilah, she tricked Samson. She tricked him into revealing what his power was. which was his locks, his hair. He was winning all these battles. He was destroying all these enemies. He didn't lose. His body count was high. He was dropping warriors like flies because he had that power in his locks. Delilah convinced him to cut his locks. Shortly after, Samson died in battle. He still put up a fight, but his power was in those locks. And this is true. A lot of people don't understand the spiritual realm. They don't understand the power of manifestation. They don't understand the brain or the neurological system. They don't understand how this actually works. So I'm going to give you some testimony of my locks, of, growing these locks. I could tell you right now, as my locks got longer, I got less afraid to speak my mind. Now, you could go back and actually witness this, brothers and sisters. You could go back and witness this in my older videos when I had the low cut. You can go back and witness it. As my locks got longer, I started touching on topics that's more bold, that's going to offend people. I stopped worrying about offending people. I literally have gotten more blunt since my locks got longer. And a lot of people wonder why a lot of brothers in the Caribbeans, a lot of Jamaican brothers, they so straight up with you. They tell it how it is. They don't give a damn how you react. And I started to embody that spirit. It's a spirit. It comes over a lot of us brothers who grow these locks. It's a spirit that comes. Let's see. Let me see. Somebody said that's the Ruach. Absolutely. It's the Holy Spirit that comes. And I'm not saying that this is the know-all be-all of gaining the Holy Spirit is growing hair, but I'm telling you, it has spiritual relevance. There's been a lot of studies. There's been a lot of studies done on ancient warriors, the Indians in particular, the Barikwata Hindu Indians, what they call the Native Americans or the Native Indians, those who were already here. Let's just be quite frank about it. Those who were already here, they had locks. They had long hair. Some of them just had long, coarse, curly hair that hung. And there was a lot of studies that were done on them when they were forced to join the military. Absolutely. We speaking about the tribe of Gad. There was a lot of studies that were done on them because they were forced to join the European militaries. And what would happen is these Indians would be forced to go and engage in war, right? Now, when you join the military, when you get into war in any type of combat, one of the first things they do is what? They shave the head. They shave the hair off your head, right? So that's what they were doing to these Indians. Before they were shaving the heads, they did studies and they figured out that, wow, these Indians have an innate nature for knowing when trouble is coming. They know when they're about to be attacked. You got to understand, these Indians, when these Europeans came over, these Indians didn't have guns, brothers and sisters. They actually put up a fight. If you look at the movie Pocahontas, they was actually putting up a fight. You understand? And they was actually putting some combat in there. The Europeans had to fight them. And it's because they had these great skills of knowing what's going to happen around them. I mean, some of these Indians can be somewhere asleep. And nature would warn them. Nature would warn them that there's danger coming. There's an enemy coming your way. And they would actually react and combat and protect themselves. All right. So when they would shave their heads, they found out they lose those particular skills. They lose those skills. So now they don't have that impulse. They don't have that spiritual connection. They don't have that intuition. They lose it once the hair is shaved. I had a brother actually speak to me one time about how he had dreadlocks pretty much his whole childhood. And, he got in a lot of fist fights back in the day. And he was saying the moment where he cut his hair, cut his locks, got into a fist fight and lost. And he didn't think it was by chance that he lost that fight. I'm telling you. There's been times where I have literally been looking for something. Check this out. I'm going to tell y'all how the hair is, right? This stuff right here is real, is the real deal. I'm going to tell you. One day, right, I was at work. Right? And everybody was looking for something. And if y'all don't know nothing about me, I work in the firearms industry. All right. So if something is missing in that warehouse, it's a big deal. Especially if it's a serialized item. So we had a serialized item that was missing, right? Nobody can find this item. Nobody. And so I'm walking through the aisles, and this is when I first started growing my hair, right? And this is kind of a testament to how brothers and sisters, to how when your hair starts to grow and that impulse starts to kick in, that you can have those hunter or gatherer skills that the tribe of Gad had. So I'm just walking down the aisles, right? Walking down the aisles, and I'm looking for it, and it's like almost like my hair is standing up in certain areas where it might be, because I'm thinking, I'm using my mind, and I'm trying to manifest where this item is located. And I know to some of y'all this might sound crazy, but anyway, it's the truth. So I'm trying to manifest where this item is at, and I'm feeling my hairs stand up. I'm literally feeling it. And I'm moving to those directions, and I'm still using my mind to figure out where it's at, but my hair is following suit of what my mind is thinking. So make a long story short, I found the item. It was an item that needed to be found, or all of us would have been out of a damn job. Every last one of us. All right. And that hair, man, is something else. It's electricity flowing through your hair. It's electric. And a lot of brothers, they growing the hair to be, to look a certain way, to have, and then they're dyeing the hair, which is suppressing it. They putting colors in it, and they're doing all of this. And it's really just suppressing and putting chemicals in something that you shouldn't put chemicals in. Yep. Yeah. Somebody said Afro electricity. Facts. That stuff is the real deal, man. And if you look at what they do to our people, right? What they do is they'll take all these chemicals and they'll mix them into shampoos. And they'll put all of these B5 and red 5 and yellow 2 and triglycerols and all of that is to suppress and destroy your neurons, brothers and sisters. You got to be careful what you put in your hair. You got to wash your hair with natural items, man. I'm telling you. It really messes you up, because that stuff is seeping into your scalp and it's messing your brain up. Take your shampoo bottle. Take your shampoo bottle and just look at the ingredients. Just look at it. It's going to have like 80 ingredients in it. You only need one ingredient to wash your hair with, and that's castor oil. You only need one ingredient. That's all you need. You need castor oil. And you can get castor oil in soap form. And you can get it in soap form. Hold on, y'all. Let me get situated here. I'm actually going to take a walk here. Somebody says, does castor oil make your beard grow? Oh, let's see. Cool. Let's see. Y'all know how these noise campaigns go. Let's see. Let's get this straight. Okay, what happened here? All right. All right. Yeah, so when you look at it, man, they know that the power's in our hair. They know it without a shot of a doubt, man. So they're only trying to make me rotate the device. All right, so this thing is really tripping, y'all. Hold up. Oh, man. Somebody said it's slanted. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this thing, man. It's tripping. Okay. Yeah, this is really doing something that I don't understand. All right, anyway. Sorry if the camera view is all messed up, y'all. For some reason, my device is not rotating the way it should. But and if you look at it, man, they know that the power's in our hair. They know it for a fact. Why you think all these Brazilians, Polynesian, Indian hair is being sold to our women in particular? Now here's the part where I know the so-called powers that be don't want to be talked about. But all those weaves that a lot of our women are wearing, they're actually doing witchcraft and casting spells over the hair. They're actually doing witchcraft, brothers and sisters. There's a documentary that Chris Rock put out where he's traveling to all these foreign lands and they're explaining to him how they cast demons and jinns into the weave. And when you look at it, when our women wear this stuff, it actually has an effect on them, on their minds. And this is just the straight up facts, brothers and sisters. So what I'm doing in this particular video is obliging all brothers and sisters to rock their natural hair. Grow your hair. Be proud of your hair. Be proud of what the Most High gave you. You know, people don't understand that if your hair is quote unquote nappy, they call it nappy, it is actually in coils. Coils are very important. Let me explain it like this, right? I don't know if any of you all know anything about electricity, but when you take a coil that's real tight, right? And you're dealing with any type of electricity, when the tighter the coil is, the more it can harness that electricity. So if your hair is locked or the coil, or you have very coarse hair and it's quote unquote nappy, that means you have lots of coil, like your coils are very tight. There's lots of electricity in that. Like it literally, that means your neurological system is very strong. The thicker and nappier your hair is the stronger your neurons are. That's what people don't understand. And it's looked at like a curse. But if you go back in time, the Europeans will actually put perms in their hair so their hair could be more bushy and have more coils. This is a fact, brothers and sisters. So you got to be proud of what you got. You got to leave your hair alone, man. Let it grow. Get the spiritual power that comes from it. Because it's very powerful, man. The power is in your hair. I'm telling you right now. You'll stop having cut cards. You'll stop giving a damn what people think. And that goes a long way. That goes a long way in this walk, brothers and sisters. But first of all, you got to get pride in yourself. You know? Your hair builds confidence, man. It truly does. Immense confidence. But anyway, I just wanted to come through with this quick motivational talk. I wanted to do a live version. But, you know, more content coming soon. If you like this particular video, make sure you share it. Thank y'all for subscribing. If you would like exclusive, raw, uncut material, follow me on Patreon. I'll leave a link there in the description box. Y'all have a blessed day. With that being said, shalom and peace.